This audio recording is about telling you the skills I learned in this course and how they how they helped me and how they'll help me in the future. So, in the short story, one thing that was really helpful was creating a story map, like with the main elements of the story, like theme and point of view and characters, things like that. And when I thought out all the things, the story just came together. And before I didn't have any direction, and then it just helped me bring it all together, and everything was easy after that. And then also with the quest pattern, next thing that was helpful was the quest pattern. I followed the 12 steps and just needed to write like 200 to 300 words for each of them, and it made it easy. Like, having a structure for an essay is important, but for a short story, it was also really helpful because it made it easy to go through step by step, of what I wanted to, um, how the story was going, um, and then, also there was a lot of connections in the story, um, like when the main character Wallace went to see the Coach Gary, about the tryouts, and Coach Gary called him son, and he said, "Hate when people call me son," um, and at the end he was really, Wallace's dad, and it was just like a small little, like, connection of, first he's like, "Hey, don't call me son," and then he's really his dad. Um, just It was fun putting small things like that, for the reader to see if they were paying attention. And then after after I finished the story, I gave the kind of a synopsis and, ideas and characters to Chat GPT to write a story with the same words. And even though it wrote it in just a minute, I think, like, it only took a minute, but I think mine was better, even though mine took like almost 500 times the amount of time, like 8 whole hours. Um, and yeah, so that short story was an important part of this course for me. And then another big part was the novel. And, the novel was interesting. There was a lot of connections I can make in it to myself, with struggles in high school and not having a lot of friends. And, there were also some connections to the real world, like when, the school mascot was changed from the tiger because of, disrespect for the endangered animal. And that was interesting, and I got to make the TED talk on that. And then at the end, summarizing it to my dad helped me understand it better, make conclusions, and that was important and helpful for me learning to, like, summarize. I've always had trouble summarizing things and, making them shorter. Like, even like at a young age with like simple stuff in grades like 4 and whatever. But yeah, it was a good novel, and it was the questions. It was interesting, like, studying a novel like that was about similar, like, some things that I could connect to, and it was interesting. Then with the TED talk, um, one one great way that we that that I prepared for it was the assignment, Talk Isn't Cheap, about listening to two other TED Talks. And they were very interesting and inspiring, and one of them was even about how to talk effectively. And so that helped me try and have a good tone and um, volume and pitch and whatever helped the it make it smooth and interesting. And I know that I could have done a lot better with more practice and time, but um, I did what I could with the time I had, and just once I got a decent recording, we just took it. Even though my sister's friend rang the doorbell near the end, asking if she was home. And then also after each take, um, it was important reflecting on the mistakes that happened and learning what we can improve. Like if I picked up the book too early, or if I clicked the slides too fast. And I know it would have been a lot easier um, and better if I had a helper who could scroll the mouse or click the slides. Um, but we made do with what we had, and we used PowerPoint on the TV for um, a visual um, showing of what I was talking about to connect. And we used the technology to the best we could. And so um, this course and the skills, um, they've really helped me improve as a writer and reading, and um, I've learned a lot about media. And even though I'm not the biggest fan of English, and I don't plan to be like an English major or anything like that, um, the skills I've learned in this course will help me a lot with my future endeavors, applying for jobs and applying for universities, and even in my job, if I plan to be a financial planner or investment advisor, something in that field, and um, knowing how to write an effective email is important, and how to make a presentation um, for people, my coworkers, and um, seminars and stuff like that. It's important, and it's really interesting to learn the things that will help me in the future, and that this this course and the skills have been um, very helpful, and I I appreciate what it's done for me as a writer and reader, and in English in general. And that's where I'm at. Bye.